Okay, this is a response to all the Globeheads out there. I'm tired of trying to type things out on my phone, responses, because the thing is, these Globeheads, the ones that, well, there are two types. There are the ones that know the Earth is not a globe. We'll say that. It's hard. I gotta watch what I say because YouTube will censor the crap out of this. Oh, God. Okay, so basically, in a nutshell, you do not have any proof whatsoever that the Earth is a ball spinning through space. Nothing. Not one shred of proof. If the ball were real, okay, and if there's space travel, which there's definitely not, but if there were, you should have thousands of photos of the Earth by now. You should have live video streams. You should have hundreds of videos. Hundreds. It's not like we're having to use film anymore, you know? And there's no excuse of, oh, there's not enough storage space. You got to be kidding me. You know, my phone is like one of the cheapest phones that you can possibly buy. And I only have a 32 gig card, SD card for storage, micro SD card, technically. Sorry. Yeah, and yeah, if I was in space, you better believe I'd be taking a lot of video of the Earth. And oh, speaking of video, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can't see anything. I forgot to mention that. There's nothing to see here. I taped over the camera. Okay. If you're going to download this, just download the audio. But anyway, yeah, getting back to that. You just don't have anything. You've got some high altitude video, but that's not the same thing. Okay, high altitude video with fisheye lens or wide angle lens, whatever, however you want to call it, distorts everything. It makes a curve on everything. Okay, like GoPro cameras. I despise GoPro cameras. I absolutely despise them. They want to curve everything. I hate that. Anyway, yeah. What is it going to say? Okay, yeah. You don't have anything. You don't have one single real photo of the Earth from space as a globe. Okay. Of course, you can't have a photo of the entire sphere, obviously, but you can have it of, one face of it if it were real and you had actual space travel. Okay. Yeah. Compasses don't work on a globe unless you're within line of sight of the freaking North Pole. Not of the South Pole, because there is no South Pole. There is no magnetic south. Okay? Magnetic south doesn't exist. If magnetic south doesn't exist, that shows you there is no South Pole. Okay? That's proof there is no South Pole. Oh my God, I swear. Gyros wouldn't be able to work on a spinning ball. You don't have anything. You've got fake experiments like the one PBS ran that was just so damn stupid. I did a show on it. And there are some much better videos, by the way. I came across someone did a much better video of covering that show, where they just faked everything. They said, "Oh yeah, we're not scientists or anything." It turns out they were lying. They were scientists, which means they can get in a crap ton of trouble too if they're a part of any kind of union or anything. because they faked an experiment. They absolutely faked it. And it was done terribly. They didn't tell you what the declination of the laser was. They didn't tell you precisely. They didn't show you them measuring how high the laser was up off the ground. Okay, I'm talking about this laser thing over a lake. Okay. The laser, they had supposedly two target places, that is. One at 1 mile out and the second one at 3 miles out. You can tell by the diameter of the freaking laser beam that hit the actress on her shirt, okay? And you can tell on the target that they were not at 3 miles out when they said they were 3 miles out. Okay, they just moved the damn laser, and you show and you see in there that they moved it before the boat even started up. They're not supposed to move the laser; it's supposed to be stationary. Okay, the laser diameter. Okay, the diameter of the beam when it hit that actress, who was a scientist, by the way, or a supposed scientist, even though she said she wasn't. That diameter was, if I remember right, something like about 8 inches or something like that, maybe. Use imperial. Yeah. Or about 240 centimeters, something like that, roughly. Okay. So, or well, actually, it'd be about 260 centimeters if it's 80, or something like that. Whatever. It's tough doing math right off the top of my head like that. Okay, so when it hit the target and hit the actress as well, okay, because it moved, by the way. Okay, you see it moving there. Yeah, it was about, just offhand guess, somewhere around the neighborhood of 260 centimeters. Okay. It should have been, when it was at 3 miles out, it should have been something in the neighborhood of about 3 meters in diameter. But it wasn't 3 meters in diameter. It was the same, roughly 260 meters 260 centimeters in diameter. So that shows you they were at the same spot. Yeah, they started the boat up and moved it, but they didn't show you actually moving the boat all the way out to the 3 mile mark. They cut it, and then they come back in and say, okay, we're at the 3 mile mark now. It's like, no, you're not. And that's the whole point of all of that, is that if the Earth actually were a globe, you wouldn't have to fake it. Okay, you wouldn't have to fake anything. When the guy says the blue marble shot is photoshopped because it has to be, the guy that made it, well, guess what? If the Earth was an actual physical object and you've been to the freaking moon, supposedly, when NASA's admitted that they can't go to the moon, we destroyed that technology, according to Don Pettit, the astronaut Don Pettit. We destroyed that technology. You wait, you did what? Yeah, in fact, the Orion program, you go look at NASA's Orion program. They did a whole video of it. This is straight from NASA, okay? They say explicitly they do not have the shielding to get through the Van Allen radiation belt. So if they don't have the shielding now, they sure as hell didn't have the shielding back then. Also, how the hell can they pressurize it? It takes, for even a partial vacuum, like the, was it Sandia or Sandusky, or I can't remember which one it is offhand. There's some kind of like vacuum facility or whatever, where they lower the air pressure inside the building to do experiments. they have to have 8-foot concrete and steel walls to do even a partial vacuum. Okay, now granted, that's the kind of the opposite problem you'd have in space, a space where a vacuum, if space existed like they said it does, but it doesn't, by the way. Nature abhors a vacuum. You've been told this time and time again, and it's true. Nature abhors a vacuum. As in, vacuums do not exist naturally. This is basic physics. Basic ordinary physics, as in physics that is really dead simple. Okay? You know, maybe physics with really super simple equations. You know, like, oh God, I'm blanking out on this. Let's see, mass times velocity equals momentum. You know, that kind of thing. Or the inverse square law of light, or whatever. I mean, really super simple crap, you know? It's that complex stuff you got to watch out for, you know? Because it's all, they start, you know, just throwing a bunch of math at you to get you confused. It's like, with equations that are just based on assumptions. Hey, these variables, and with the variables are based on assumptions. Damn, I gotta get going in a few minutes. But yeah, it's just, look, the bottom line is you have nothing on your side. In our community, we have so much evidence. I could not, if I was doing this for 2 hours, I could not possibly give you every bit of evidence that we have on our side. Okay? It would take, God, I don't know, maybe 8 hours of talking, straight 8 hours of talking to present everything on our side. On your side, there's just simply nothing. I can't think of one damn thing that you guys have. The photo of the Earth from the moon, from moon's orbit, that's obviously fake. Take a look at the moon in that photo. It's not glowing, is it? Inverse square law of light. Apply inverse square law of light. The surface of the moon should be, if the moon actually were a rock out in space, it's roughly 237,000 miles away. Okay, inverse square law of light would peg that luminosity of the moon's surface at about 111,438 lumens, approximately. Okay. Even if it was 11,000 lumens, that's still freaking bright. But 111,438,000, whatever. God, I'm tired. I'm like really exhausted right now. God, this is the wrong day to be doing this. And are rushed and everything to get things done. Okay, but yeah, look, if you come up with something, okay, and I'm not talking about Himawari 8 nonsense, all that live video, and that's another thing, you're faking video from supposedly from a satellite, Himawari 8. It's all CGI. If you go in there and look, NASA has the codes and everything, it right on their freaking site. Okay, they say, oh, it's a video. It's showing you the Earth in real time. No, it's not actually in real time. And they never show you the Earth at night unless it's one of the high altitude photos or something. Okay. They just never do, ever. Find a globe photograph. Okay, well, just find a globe photograph, just one. Okay, just one. It's not even like the one from the surface of the moon. They only took one. The astronaut's there with a camera. He can't aim because the helmet interferes with the viewfinder. The viewfinder is totally useless. There's no way you look through the viewfinder. Okay, so he can't aim the freaking camera. They only have one photograph, and the thing is, the camera's on his chest. It's like, you got to be kidding me. You know? And you can't pressurize the spacesuits anyway, by the way. You can't pressurize the spacecraft. You can't pressurize the spacesuits. The Apollo suits were cloth and neoprene. And according to AI, well, yeah, the neoprene, you can pressurize that. It's neoprene. Yeah, but see, here's the thing, AI. This is why you're so damn stupid. And you can't think, actually. You can't reason things out. You have something called a neck hole where your head fits through. At the very least, you've got that. You got to crawl into that suit somehow. That neoprene is not over your freaking face. So no, you can't pressurize it. And the rest is cloth? And you're telling me you can pressurize cloth? And assuming you actually pressurize it, it's flexible. You blow up like a freaking balloon. This is basic physics. And you blow up like a freaking balloon, guess what? You won't be able to move. You will look like Bouncing Boy from the freaking Legion of Superheroes. It was a stupid character. I love the Legion of Superheroes, but that's a stupid ass character. Anyway, well, I say I love the Legion of Superheroes. I love the potential, the story potential they have. God, there's times I really wish I could just take that property, that IP, and make a decent animated movie out of it or something, or even animated TV show. Oh well, it's such wonderful potential. Of course, you know, it takes place in space, a lot of it, so that's, you know, nonsense, but whatever. Yeah, I still love science fiction. You know, and that's the thing. You may think, oh, you're so anti-space. It's like, well, really, dude, I wanted a spaceship. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was in the 8th grade, but I wrote to NASA, and they sent me back a bunch of information. They'll send it to you, or at least they did back then. That was a long damn time ago. Sent a whole bunch of stuff for free. And I found out I was already too tall in the 8th grade to be an astronaut. Of course, that's when they had, they had the space shuttle back then, I think. Oh my God, I can't remember. When was that? I remember it being the 8th grade. I just don't remember the year or anything. Oh God, this is what happens when you start really getting old. Oh my God, I can't remember the year. No, they had to, let's see, when the space shuttle came out in about 1981, I think, if I remember right. Okay, so oh, that's right. Wait a second, that was 80. Wait a second. Crap. You know what? The space shuttle might not have been out yet. I don't think it was. Well, maybe it was. Nah, hang on. I don't think it was. God, that's so long ago. No, it wasn't. It couldn't have been. I remember making, it was, part of it was for a project for school. I remember making a clay space capsule. That's right. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I mean, the newer Battlestar Galactica, absolutely loved it. I thought it was almost perfect. I mean, just almost perfect. There are a few flaws here and there, but almost perfection. The Ronald D. Moore version of Battlestar Galactica, as far as a show goes, just a show. Like, damn, it's a damn good show. So is BoJack Horseman. That show's been over for a while now. BoJack Horseman was perfection. It was absolute perfection. There's a few minor little things, quibbles that I had, but other than that, I mean, it from a technical point of view, it was perfection. I don't know why I got off on this subject, but anyway, yeah, just you don't have anything, okay? Globeheads, there's some Globeheads that know that the Earth is not a globe, and they're trolls and they're government agents basically, or intelligence agents or something. And then there's the ones that think the Earth is a globe. I used to. Obviously, I used to. Like I said, if I wanted to be an astronaut, it took me 6 months to come to the conclusion that the Earth was not a globe. That space was fake, basically, kind of. Their concept of space, anyway. That's a whole long thing. And like I said, it would take hours and hours and hours to do this. I know that for an absolute fact because I did an entire show. Was it 2 or 3 hours? Nearly the entire show. I think I did maybe 2.5 hours on the subject, and I still didn't cover everything. That's how much proof we have on our side. Okay, long distance infrared photography, long distance videoing. I mean, just so much proof. I can't possibly go into it. Oh, in fact, I need to go now. So that's it for this video. Bye.